Hi, this is Steve Pribramsky from the accounting firm of Pribramsky and Zelch down here in the beautiful Florida Keys, and this is our weekly business and tax update. This week we're going to talk a little bit about IRS audits and particularly their request to use QuickBooks files. QuickBooks is an accounting software program from Intuit, and the IRS has been, as we all know, much more aggressive in their auditing efforts. But also, one of the things that they do with small businesses is they ask for a copy of the entire QuickBooks file. That's different than what they do for large businesses. Large businesses are those defined with more than $10 million of assets. And down here in the Florida Keys, we really don't have businesses like that. All of our businesses are small businesses. And when the IRS asks for a copy, a complete copy of your QuickBooks file, they're getting a lot more than just your financial data. They're getting copies of your customer list, your personnel data, confidential client information, and things that really go beyond the scope of the audit. QuickBooks acknowledges that the IRS has bought many, many copies of QuickBooks, and so they know that it's being done. And the real issue is that really a fishing expedition. The IRS, once they have that data, can really go look well beyond what their primary interest was, and it's just not fair. They're just not treating small businesses the way they're treating large businesses. When the IRS was asked about this, their response was that they need unaltered metadata so the examiner can properly consider the integrity and veracity of electronic files. Again, I think that's fine, but my recommendation to you would be is to try to give them in a hard paper copy as much information as possible. Certainly cooperate. The IRS ultimately could issue a summons for that file, but try to limit it. The few audits that we go through, we have about one a year. Most of these IRS agents and examiners are very, very professional people and are willing to work with you and understand their limitations. So, it's really an opportunity to, show the information that they want, but again, don't really allow a fishing expedition. One of the reasons the IRS is going after small businesses is they see them as the primary contributor to the tax gap. That's about a $345 billion gap in revenue between what the government expects to collect and what they are collecting. And they see the small business owner as the one to help try to close that gap. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has weighed in on this, and they're trying to help support small businesses. Be sure you contact your local Chamber of Commerce and voice your concern about this as a small business owner. And it's really just a matter of treating small businesses the same as large businesses. Large businesses have large staff, and when they ask for a month's worth of account payable records, big businesses staff will produce that. They don't produce the entire electronic file. So it may be simpler and easier for you to turn over a copy of your QuickBooks file, but remember, when you do that, you are giving the IRS full and complete access to all the records in that file. Lastly, it's probably a good idea not to handle an IRS audit on your own. If you're a small business owner, you probably have an accountant that prepares your taxes. Bring that person back in at the time of audit. There's kind of a right way and a wrong way to do lots of things, and an audit is one of them. So I'd highly recommend that you use your accountant if in fact you are audited. And if you don't have an accountant, certainly feel free to give us a call down here in the Florida Keys. We have offices at Key West, Marathon, and Islamorada, or you can find us at PribramskyZelch.com. That's our weekly business and tax update, and we'll see you again soon.